It's Friday, so
Finally Friday. Stopped raining here. It's nice out.
it
And
actually was raining here today. It's funny.
yeah, it's raining like crazy. And just got a Tesla update. So
And Mel got the update, so we
you get
finally
this
got
update.
updates.
You got
Kind of them at the same time.
Yeah, you got an update, but not this one. This is 2025.32.7. And it was just some I'll have you check your app to see if this is the one you just got, because it doesn't look like a lot of people got this one yet. And this one just has a few undocumented changes.
So just really quick. So I got version 12, 2025.32.6.
.6. Okay, so that's the previous one. That one gives you low power mode, which is nice. Like if you're leaving your car at the airport or something, you can just have one switch to like conserve the most power possible, which is nice. It turns off Sentry mode, cabin overheat protection, all that stuff. But it just makes it simple. You don't have to worry about changing all the individual settings to try to conserve power. And you can do it from the app too. You can enable low power mode from the app, from the
that's cool.
controls. So that's nice.
Yeah, I watched your video. I watched a little bit of your video about that. So
yeah,
it was a really good video.
Thanks, man. I try to do them fast and informative. That's what I try to do.
Well, I think the shorter videos are more impactful, right? And you're giving like a lot of info.
Yeah.
Rather than going through the release notes. The release notes are not that bad to go through, but yeah, it's just another way of consuming that info. So
that's what I try to do. I just, I'm not trying to get a lot of watch time. I want to get people to view the videos. And I hate when people make a video like this and they're trying to like draw it out, like an hour, like talk about a couple little things, So I try to do them fast, but so this .7 update just had a few hidden undocumented features, but one has to do with Grok. I know you've been starting to use Grok.
Yeah. Yeah, just very little though. I mean, when I was on that trip, I used it, but other than that, I haven't used it since I've been home. It's on the car, but I haven't used it in the car yet.
Yeah, so I mean, to invoke it, you press and hold the voice button, right?
Right.
And Grok picks up. You just tap the voice button, then the vehicle controls pick up. Like, if you want to adjust the heat or play a song or something, you got to just tap the button, because they haven't integrated Grok into controlling the vehicle yet, probably for good reasons. Want to make sure that it doesn't go crazy. But Grok in the vehicle is actually really useful. We used it like on the last road trip a lot, and it doesn't even have access to like your location. Doesn't have any vehicle data at this point. But if you tell it where you are, then it will remember, and it can tell you like how far you are away from your destination. And
wait, you tell it where you are at?
Yeah, so and it's actually really good. Like if you just drove by like a business or something, or a road sign,
yeah,
and you told Grok, "Hey, I'm here," then it knows where you are, and it will tell you like what's around there.
So what does that command sound like? Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
well, you could say, "Hey, I just passed the McDonald's, in East Hampton," and it will know where you are.
No, okay, that's weird. You don't think they would plug into your GPS that tracks you the whole time?
Eventually they will, but at this point it doesn't have it. It doesn't have any vehicle access. So you have to tell it where you are, but it's actually pretty easy. Like, so you could say, "Hey, I just passed the McDonald's. I'm going, to the lake. How much longer is that going to take?" And it'll be, oh, then it knows exactly where you are.
I'll try it on my way home.
And it'll actually like tell you about the area. Like, let's say you're passing a town that you've never gotten off in or whatever, and you ask it about the town, and it's like, oh, hey, they have this, they have that, it knows, like, you can ask about the superchargers, about any, fast chargers, about restaurants. Restaurants is really good. So if you're driving and, you want to have lunch or something, right? You tell it, where you are, what you just passed, what exit you're getting off, and it'll be like, oh, you should go to this restaurant, right? And you know how conversational it can be. Like, hey, we should go get some tacos. Like, So yeah, it's actually really useful once you figure out how to converse with it. but I'll let you try it. We'll talk about it next week. You have a long commute, so you should be talking to it. You could actually get work done because when you're talking to it, and you sign in on the app and in the vehicle with your Grok account, it'll remember the conversations in the app, so you could go back later and like, you know, get the details. We're like looking at a hotel or a restaurant or something, right? You can get the details and text it to somebody else or whatever. So it's actually pretty nice the way it's integrated.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll definitely try it out.
But today, so what we're really going to talk about is the new iPhone. So I did get the iPhone last Friday, the 17 Pro. I got the 256 gig silver, and it came right on time. Like they have those things like
ready to go.
Yeah, I mean they have UPS or FedEx, I think, brought it this time. It was just like you know, like right at 2:00 they bring it out. They want to make sure that the people that go to the store 8 a.m. like get it a little bit faster, right? But then right at 2:00 they want everyone else getting theirs, you know, so that they keep the hype going.
Yeah, that you know, that does not sound like much, but that's a huge thing to get all those phones out. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just the logistics, you know, they're Apple's like a logistics firm. Tim Cook is really good at that kind of thing, I think. You know, where those things are shipping from, who knows? Like, you know, they're coming from, I don't know, Taiwan, China, something like that, right? And they kind of hide some of those shipping details, but as soon as you order, they start like putting things into place. But yeah, so the phone's great. I got it right here, Brian. Got my clear case on there. It's got this white section here. I don't know why. Maybe they don't want overheating. This has a vapor chamber now, I guess. That's supposed to whip the heat away from the electronics.
So the white portion that you're talking about, that's on the actual phone itself. That's not your case.
No, it is the case. The case is white. The phone's all silver.
Oh, okay.
It is on the case.
So why is the phone case like white right there?
I don't know. I think it's to like try to reject heat. Like if you have it in the sun. That's my theory. That they made it white because the 16 Pro would overheat if you just set it in the sun for like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Right. So I think they're trying to address that, the vapor chamber, like a heat pipe type device to wick the heat away. So far, it's been good. I didn't have a lot of overheating problems before. Maybe like you said, when you put it on the Tesla charger for like really long time, it would get hot. I haven't been able to really try that, but phone's been great. The camera is like amazing. It has 8x zoom.
Yeah, I saw some of your pictures and your video of you zooming in.
Yeah, so like you could zoom in on like I had a flag that was like really far away, and then you zoom back in it, and it looks like you're standing next to it. It stabilizes
it's pretty cool,
which is pretty crazy. So that'll be good. That'll be good for creators. But what we want to test out is the Wi-Fi. So so before we show first I'll show the iPhone 16 Pro with the ECW536. Pretty solid numbers. So that has, what did we say it has? What chipsets was in the 16?
In the 16? I don't know.
Yeah.
No. I think it was Qualcomm.
It was Qualcomm, you think? Qualcomm or Broadcom?
It's either going to be Qualcomm or Broadcom, I think.
Yeah. So
I think it is Qualcomm.
So yeah, so whatever chip was in the previous iPhone, it was good, right? Like I'm showing the speed test, 1.6 gig down, 946 up. Now I did this test right before I upgraded to the 17 Pro. So same AP switches, everything. My desktop's connected at 10 gig. The APs are at 10 gig. So optimal conditions. So pretty good there. Now, when I did the 17 Pro, got 1.7 gig in both directions. So
that's pretty awesome.
Changed with this new N1 chip, right? That they have in the 17s now. Apple has their own chip. And it looks like it's better. So I don't know why the upstream was so much better. You have any idea? Like,
I have no clue.
No idea.
I have, again, you know, I'm not playing around with it like you are, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, good speeds, 1.7 gig up and down. So Yeah, I mean, if you're doing backups, iCloud, photos, video uploads, like that's gonna really help, right? Like people like you don't need to be that fast, but the faster the better. Like as far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned, right? That's why we're upgrading every year to get the
Yeah, I feel like that's such a silly thing to say that you don't need that. Like, yeah, you might not utilize it, but it does put us in another, that's where people start to like create new things, right?
exactly. More apps are available. More broadband, is coming up to 2 gig now, so they're rolling out 2 gig now.
Yeah.
If your phone gets 1.7, then that's a reason to upgrade maybe your broadband to 2 gig, right? And
Yeah.
even faster speed. So, and it is using multi-link operation, MLO, right? So I'm showing, and this is interesting. I'm showing the EnGenius Cloud. It's where you can see the 5 and the 6 gigahertz connected for MLO.
Yep.
Now, MLO doesn't necessarily make the connection that much faster, right?
No, just more reliable. I mean, it could make it faster, I guess, right? But
it did. Like in my testing, it did. But it's more to make it more reliable, right? Because you're simultaneously using 2 bands.
yeah,
So if there's any dropout in one or overutilization, it can just ride on the other.
right.
Um, so
Yeah, and you can see, you expand that view, like on client list, you expand that view, and it says it's an MLD, right?
yeah, that's what I was showing actually.
Multi-link device, right?
Yeah, and it
And,
shows like it was on 5 and 6, and it shows the MLD MAC addresses and all that.
yeah, it shows the SNR, RSSI, and then like the rates and like what band and like the actual download and upload of that particular device.
Yeah, it definitely. Now here's the other thing: it doesn't utilize both bands all the time, as far as I'm concerned. Like, because I looked at the spectrum also, and
Mm-hmm.
this N1 chip in the new iPhones is 160 megahertz wide. That's why I pulled up the spectrum analyzer.
Yeah.
The Y-Pri. So it's 160 megahertz wide, and I looked at the spectrum, and when I was doing speed tests, it was sending most of it over 6, but you could see some of it was going over 5 also.
Yeah.
So it's not like utilizing 100% of both channels, right? But it's there in cases like there's any kind of dropout. Now, I also ran the test with the Ruckus R770, and at close range, I got 1.7 down, 1.4 up. Really good. Now, about this test, now this is a 2x2 on the 6 gigahertz. This R770 is 2x2 on 6 and 2.4, and then it's 4x4 on 5. And I kind of get why they did that, because most devices are still going to be 5 gigahertz probably. So, put the extra radio chains there. But the first time I ran this on the R770, it was quite a bit slower. It's like 1.4 gig down, right?
Yeah.
So then I went into their multi-link settings, and I noticed that I had 2.4 and 6 enabled, but not 5, right? Now, I remember when the R770 first came out, they said to use the 2 gigahertz band because there's more separation between the bands for
Yeah.
but as soon as I enabled 5 and 6 gigahertz, it got faster. It went up by a couple hundred meg.
Yeah.
So that right there told me that that it is actually combining throughput using MLO.
Yeah.
So it is. It's not going to double your throughput or anything like that, but it's gonna give you some more for sure.
Yeah, it majorly improves the speed
Reliability.
and then, but yeah, more importantly, the reliability of it.
And
Right?
ping times went down too, I think, is one of the main things. Like
What is it?
ping times. So
Ping times. Yeah.
yeah. So any sort of latency should go down too with MLO. Now, I also heard from some of my friends that with UBIQUITI that it's not playing well with MLO in the iPhone 17. So I had one of my friends write me on LinkedIn that he was having problems with iOS 26 in particular.
Oh, okay.
So if anyone's seeing that, write in the comments. Let us know if they figured that out. But it's been working with the EnGenius for a long time, and Ruckus. Like I've been testing it on Windows 11.
From day one, I want to say we had.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Like I remember because I had to go to the beta, to like the Canary beta on Windows 11 originally.
Yeah.
But this was over a year ago that we first started seeing MLO working.
Oh, on the client side.
On the client side with Windows 11. Yeah. With the AP, it's pretty much working from day one. But I don't think there's any problem with iOS 26. I mean, I haven't seen anything because you have the 16 Pro and you have MLO enabled.
Yeah. I will say this. What's interesting is when I bring my phone up for the first time, all the little icons,
they kind of jiggle.
They not jiggle. They don't. It's like when you have slow connection on your laptop and you're in a browser and it slowly populates. The icons kind of come up slow. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I noticed that too. When I first upgraded to 26. Now if you had the 17 Pro, they're a little faster when they come up. But
well, as soon as you send me the 17 Pro, I'll check it out.
You could, well, I heard you might be getting one to test out, but no, you're not. That's not going to happen, huh? No. Okay. So at any rate, the N1 chip seems to be working well for me. Anyone that's having problems, let us know in the comments. ECW536 R770 is working really well with the iPhone 17 Pro and Wi-Fi 7. So, all right, you wanted to talk about a couple other things, Brian?
Yeah, just really quick. In regards to, so we have an access point that is the ECW215, the 215.
Yeah,
it's a wall plate access point, right? So it gets used in like MDU, like multifamily units, student housing, and then hospitality, like in different hotels and things like that. And it has 2 ports on the bottom of that.
Yeah.
One of the new features that was released not too long ago is the ability to put SSID on LAN. So if somebody connects to that LAN port on that 215, they'll go through the captive portal process. So as long as the SSID is configured, it's a guest SSID and it's configured with open, and then you have captive portal turned on, and then you have whatever, maybe it's custom radius, maybe it's some sort of other authentication, an external splash page. The user will go through the same experience if they were doing it through the Wi-Fi. So that's something new that's been added. And if you're using 215s, you can use it in hospitality. You can use it in student housing if you want to. So just a new feature that we just added.
Yes, yeah. So basically, if the ECW215 is a wall plate AP and it has wired ports on it, so if someone just plugs into the wired port, they're not just gonna get on the network. They're gonna pull up that captive portal.
That's right. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's a great feature. I know that's been talked about for a while.
Yep. Yeah.
And
so that can also be tied to
VLANs
as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
As well.
Yeah. So even if you didn't have that feature, you could tie it to a VLAN, so they would only get internet access. Let's say if they plugged into it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. So Brian, have a good weekend. It looks like it's going to be nice here. Finally, the rain stopped. If anyone has any questions or comments on the iPhone 17 with the new N1 chip, let us know in the comments below, because it's pretty interesting that this is their first Wi-Fi chip that Apple has come out with, and it seems to be working really well. Sometimes there's some bugs, with the new iOS or with the new chip, but it seems like they've tested this one out pretty well as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they're actively working with all the vendors now in regards to Wi-Fi specifically.
Yeah, that's always good. All right, remember to like and subscribe.